Here's another reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you were thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rumbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course, sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they truly hate my guts, and for me, that's a badge of honor. Excuse me. Okay, so over the weekend, we saw the freaks and geeks protests, and we also saw everyone lose their damn minds over the markets overall last week. And look, I'm not one to say don't lose your damn mind if you want to lose your damn mind. Fred is in the financial markets, and it has not been much fun around here for the last couple weeks. But, you know, with all this tariff talk and everything like that, like, yes, the market is selling, and the market has made quite a correction, which, you know, I have heard for quite some time that this correction was coming, that, the gossamer and the popcorn market could only go on for so much longer, and I think that's the correction that we're seeing. But I'm not here to tell you not to freak out if your 401k is tanking. I'm not here to say that at all, especially people that are near retirement age. I will say this, though, that the market is it's basically psychology 101, right? And if you see the market having a sell-off, your inclination is, oh, it's terrible, it's terrible. When again, that correction may have been needed. Now, these tariff talks have been very interesting because, you know, I feel like, did Trump think it was going to be this bad? Did the people around him think it was going to be this bad? I don't know. I do know that change is hard. And I know that, 30 years ago when Bill Clinton was talking about NAFTA and how great it was going to be, it ended up like really sucking for the American worker. And, we didn't get what we were promised with other markets that they got with us. And so you look at China or you look at the EU or any other country that is having a meltdown over this. Trump is simply trying to equalize what they're doing to us with what we're doing to them. And in all cases, Trump is not even putting the same amount of tariffs as they have on us. Like, at all. And already there are countries that are coming to the table, that are bending the knee. India is coming to the table. Japan's coming to the table. All kinds of countries are already coming to the table. And what's more is you're going to start seeing that manufacturing base come back to America. And then those jobs are going to be created. And the companies that are like, well, we could go to Bangladesh and make and pay some poor worker there, $3 a week, as opposed to building in America, building a plant here in America and paying people a normal wage. Well, pre-tariffs, that would have been unfeasible for them. But now they're like, actually, it's going to cost us less to build in America. And so we're going to start seeing that manufacturing base come back to the country. It's going to hurt for a little bit. It's going to be rough for a little bit, but change is hard, ladies and gentlemen. And again, if we think about the globalist genie being out of the bottle, and that so much of our commerce is now globalist, and we live in a global world where everything we buy is some foreign brand. Well, how about we start making things in this country again? How about we bring back manufacturing to this country where we can make our own cars and make our own drugs and make our own clothing and make our own widgets, whatever. And that's what's getting ready to happen. So everyone having a meltdown over the market tanking. Again, I get it. Fred is in the markets. It's not been fun. But at the same time, this is a necessary correction that needed to be made. And Trump is saying, listen, I know that, that this is hard, but you got to stand firm here because you did vote for me to do these things. And the American people and the American worker who, the polling is starting to come out, and I will be curious to see what happens after the wall-to-wall coverage of horrible news that the market has had the last few days. I am curious to see those polls, but as of right now, Trump's only taken a small hit in some polls, and he's raised up in his approval ratings in others. So the American worker seems to understand what this is about. And American manufacturers that have gotten kicked in the teeth for so many years, when you put made in America on something and you can't ship it overseas because of the tariffs slapped onto it or the VAT taxes or whatever, like Americans have been screwed and screwed hard for a very long time in global markets. And all Trump is doing is trying to turn that around. And Trump has talked about this for a very, very long time. In fact, there's a viral clip that's been, you know, him talking to Oprah when Oprah wasn't crazy, when they used to love Donald Trump, talking about how basically NAFTA was a scam and that the American people are getting screwed. And that if he were president, he would be slapping tariffs on every single country because they're slapping them on us. And if people could understand, again, this is a reciprocal tariff. This is a reciprocal tariff. First of all, calm down. Second of all, it's not even as high as the tariffs these countries are putting onto us. That's the thing. Like, even if you look at the Rose Garden Liberation Day, the thing that we had last week in the Rose Garden, the Liberation Day thing, when he brings up these tariffs that are going to these countries, 10 times out of 10, these countries are still tariffing us higher than we are them. And so everyone's having a meltdown over this market sell-off. It's like, why don't you be one of the smart ones and write it out? Like, write it out. Because right now, the people that ended up, that end up sticking, that are sticking in the market right now, are going to win really, really big. Because it's going to come back. And it's going to come back even bigger. Because Trump has promised that, you know, these tariffs are going to start bringing in manufacturing jobs back into the country, which is we're already seeing. These countries are coming to the table. They're bending a knee, essentially, opening up lines of communications, which which no American president has even thought to do, even thought to get us a better deal. This is all about getting a better deal, you guys. It's all about getting the American people a better deal when we're dealing with these other countries, which Obama didn't do, Biden didn't do, Bush didn't do, okay? Clinton certainly didn't do. None of these people had any inkling of what this really would take, which is to go to other countries and saying, you've been ripping us off for these many years, and that stops today. Done. And if you want to come talk to me, you better come talk to me when you have something to negotiate with. That you have something you want to bring to the table here, because I'm not, the status quo ain't working anymore. And the American people are like, hell yes, this is what I voted for. I voted for this. And so I would just say to you, especially if you've got money in the market, just hang on, okay? We're going to get the tax cuts. We're going to get the deregulation, all that energy production, and all the manufacturing that's getting ready to come back into this country. It's going to happen. It's going to be bumpy for a little bit, but change is hard and change takes time. But I don't think it's going to take as much time as people think. So I'm real curious as to what this next week is going to bring, next few weeks is going to bring when we're dealing with the trade. It's going to be very interesting. But I will just say, hang tough, America. Hang tough, America, because this is what we need. May not feel good, but sometimes that's what it takes. All right, that's where I'm going to leave this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in the next one. I will be done. Bye.